Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty. We're finally back after a little while. I know it's been about a week and a half, maybe a couple weeks. Vacation in there, Madden. It just happens. But we're back. We are back, ready to go. A little catch up. We did lose our last two games to Oregon and Nebraska, suffering our first two losses of the season. The Oregon game, get it, but Nebraska, I mean, it just wasn't good. So now we have to bounce back. Two road games at Maryland and then at Ohio State before you finish off the season with Penn State, Michigan State, and the team we have yet to beat in this dynasty, Indiana. But this is a must-win situation. This Maryland team, Malik Washington, solid quarterback, but we got to win this game. You're going to take on Ohio State in the Horseshoe next week. That is a game that is going to be insanely tough. We can't suffer a loss here, then lose Ohio State, and then you might lose to Penn State. The season could just instantly get away from us. This is a must-win here today. So let's get this one going. Here we go. At Maryland is Malik Washington down the field, looking for his receiver, but falls incomplete. Defense stepped up pretty well, I'd say, against Oregon. It's just we couldn't do anything offensively. And then it was a different story. Defense against Nebraska, terrible. Offense was okay. It's just, I don't know. The last two games haven't really been able to put it together as Nolan Ray, not too much there, actually going to lose a yard. But Ben Washington, hopefully back healthy. He's been struggling the last few weeks as he's going to take off himself. And Ben Washington, instead of sliding down, make sure he picks up the first down. And he picks up 14 yards. Just have to be careful with that. We don't want him to, go out again. Is Nolan Ray this time with running room. And that's a good first down run up to around the 40-yard line. 42 they'll give him. All right, we're on the move here. 3rd and 1. Back to Nolan Ray, but he is going to be stuffed. Loss of 1. Kayshawn Flowers comes through. But we're going to go for this one here. I mean, they only have 5 in the box, so we're going to go Ben Washington straight up the middle, QB power. And that will be a first down. Trying to utilize Washington's legs a little bit more. Open up, if we can't have these receivers get open, maybe we can utilize his legs, get out of the pocket, run a little bit more. He has that ability. So if we're struggling offensively, that can really help. But 4th and 2, going for it again, and it's not going to happen. This Maryland defense is all over it. Nolan Ray is stuffed. Turnover on downs. We would get the ball back after our defense had a nice stop, but that is not a good start. Not a good start. Turnover and downs. Short yardage run game not looking good. So we get to the final play of this first quarter. Ben Washington looking down the field. You know what? Takes it himself again. Down the sidelines. Gets out of bounds. First down as we head into the second quarter with no score. Washington on 2nd and 12. Looking. Has a man open over the middle. That's caught. Lyons with the grab. He's got a first down. See if we can convert in the red zone this time. Let's hand back to Nolan Ray. Gets around the edge. Ray makes a couple of men move on the miss on the juke move. Picks up 8. See, they're stacking the box, but the blocking a lot better this time on 2nd and 2. And Ray just enough for a Purdue first down. But a 3rd and goal from the 5. Ben Washington stepping up. He's got the room. He is in for the touchdown, the first of the game. As you can already see the different type of aggressiveness that Ben Washington has. He sees that lane. He's absolutely going to take it. And a touchdown, 7-0 lead. Is our defense holding strong here today? Hasn't seen many highlights here so far due to the fact that we keep getting 3 and outs. Really not much to show. That's great to see. Now we hand off that is going to be a nice run. The problem is there is laundry on the field. And that's probably going to come back. Illegal block in the back. But I'm thinking maybe still possibly it's still a first down. Obviously it is a spot foul. 10 yards from the spot. So 2nd and 7. They bring the heat as Washington fires it, but another flag on the play. I don't know why you're saying first down when you know you've guilty of a holding call. So Trent guilty of that. So knocks us back to a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz once again for Maryland. Leaving guys one-on-one. That is, a great job, at least by the offensive line. Just enough time for Washington to find his receiver. First down. And Now looking on at the 12-yard line. Washington rolling out, and he'll take it himself. Ben Washington down to the 2. They'll give him the 1. 50 yards rushing here in this first half. Right up the middle, Ben Washington, touchdown number 2 on the ground, and that's a 14-0 lead. Great to see. I mean, this is a really good half here for Ben Washington, showing something we haven't seen his pretty much whole entire career here, but you know he had the ability. We're just tapping into it now. So 14-0. What does this Maryland team have here? Really haven't done anything, but that's a great play to start. They still have all their 3. They'll call their first. 21 seconds left. Washington looking. He's going to take this himself. And Malik Washington all the way up to the 47-yard line as they'll call their second timeout. 15 seconds. That is caught. Running room. Is anybody going to be able to bring him down? We finally do, down to the 8-yard line. But Ryan Manning gets Maryland in position here. They have a chance to make a chance at the end zone with 6 seconds left. They have no timeouts though, as Malik Washington's going to be brought down. And the best drive of the game for this Terrapin offense goes for naught. Interesting decision. I'm surprised they didn't run up to the line, spike it after the spot. You know, have that one timeout, give it a shot to the end zone. Even if you get brought down, then you call the timeout. But a really bad decision there from Maryland. See, yardage-wise, I mean, most of the yards came in that drive right there, but no conversion. As we head into the second half, still a 14-0 lead. Wide open underneath. DeMar Harris makes a spin move. He's brought down. Is that a D tackle that brought him down? That's pretty crazy that far down the field. That's a heck of a job. Must have dropped back in zone coverage. 3rd and 13, though. Just a 3-man rush. Not really anything down the field. Nothing there. So just dump it down, decide to punt, and right now just trust in our defense. They're going to go out wide a screen. They're getting really good blocks. Can anybody make the tackle? Makes a move, and he's going to be down at the 2. They'll give him the 3. Wow. Williams, the running back, on the screen, and then they find the receiver caught for the touchdown. And just like that, 2 plays, Maryland down the field, gets us back to a 1-score lead. We're going to block the extra point, though. Somebody just bring him down, though. And they'll block the extra points, 14-6, but the problem is the last 2 drives, Maryland's been eating us up. So we got to make some adjustments defensively now to try to slow them down. Nice patch there. Pass, finding Branch for the catch. Now Joyner with the carry. Joyner with running room up the middle. And that's a first down. Offensively, we've been kind of up and down. I know it seems like we've been driving the ball, but we only have 14 points on the board. That is it. And obviously a failed 4th down conversion in our first drive. Oh, there's nobody there. There's nobody there. Ben Washington takes off, and Ben Washington has touchdown number 3 on the ground. He saw there was nobody maybe within 20 yards of that position and takes off, has the speed. Washington in for the touchdown. All right, we answer right back. Ben Washington on the ground has been unbelievable. Yeah, when there's nobody there, you're playing man coverage. He has the speed to outrun the defensive end there. Got to take it. 2:50 left here in this first half. Washington, a wide open receiver. Harris, one man to beat, makes the spin move. Is brought down at the 13-yard line. What happened to the Maryland defense there? Complete bust in coverage. Now we hand the ball off to Nolan Ray. And Ray, obviously the former Terrapin. Down to the 2. They'll love to get a touchdown here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Nolan Ray in for the touchdown. His former mates. And he's in for the score. 28-6 lead. Offense looking a lot better here now in the second half. Picking up those big yardage plays that we want to see. Break down the defense for Maryland, though. We head to the fourth quarter. Malik Malik Washington's in trouble. Can we get to him? We'll at least push him out of bounds. Matthew Sweet with the initial coverage. And then Seabrooks cleans him up, pushes him out of bounds for the sack. 3rd and 9. Washington looking down the field. He's just going to fling it up, and this one's going to be incomplete. And they're going to go for this one 4th down and 9. Really no choice. I mean, every route is deep, and that's going to be up in the air. That's going to be picked off. Smiley Bradford will intercept that one. I mean, honestly, I don't know what you're doing offensively. I mean, you have a 4th and 10. You don't have to run 20, 30-yard routes down the field. Just get something around that 1st down marker. Makes absolutely no sense for Maryland. You know your offensive line's having some struggles. I don't get it, but hey, maybe that's why they're 3 or 4 at the moment. Only 6 points on the board. Hand off to Joyner. Joyner's going to have the touchdown, and this is what we wanted to see. This is a team we should beat. And we go, I know it's on the road. I understand it's a road Big Ten game, but this is a team we should beat. Trying to answer back after the bye week, and it's a 35-13 victory as Maryland would get a garbage time touchdown. But that was what you wanted to see. You know, I felt like we were a little slow offensively, but Ben Washington, I mean, very efficient in the pass game, but running game, he was really, really good. I mean, 9 carries for 76 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ray had 84 on the ground. Joyner another 35 and a TD. So the running game looked very good here today. Defense, just really a couple drives. I mean, I know Maryland kind of made a mistake there at right before halftime where they probably could have put points up, but they did not. But defensively, we looked pretty good, and we should against Maryland. We really should. I know Malik Washington is a very solid quarterback, but the guys around him, not much. As we got to commit, it's going to be DJ Shockey. He is going to commit the 4-star corner. That is great to see. That is fantastic to see. So, as you know, we only have 2 commits, I believe, so far this season. That is it, 2. And Sean Block's not going to be one of them as he's going to Wisconsin. We only have 2 commits at the moment this season, but both now are corners, which we really need. Corner is a big, big deal. Ben Washington wins the Big Ten Player of the Week. And now you got the Buckeyes. 6-2, number 9 team in the country. This is going to say a lot. This game is going to be huge. Miami at 1, Penn State 2, Clemson 3, Florida 4, with Pitt undefeated at number 5. Looks like Bama just lost to Florida, so they dropped. This is the initial rankings to the college football playoff. They are number 9. They just got a victory over USC. So this one is huge. You see Tennessee just lost to Texas A&M 40-39. That's a crazy game. But if we can possibly, Oregon just lost to UCLA. If we could somehow come into Ohio State and get this victory, we will definitely bounce close to the top 10, I would say, and be in contention for the college football playoff. But if we lose this game, I don't think we're going to be in the college football playoff at all. We'll drop down in the Big Ten rankings. I think it's going to be a little bit tough for us to get up there. But all we can hope is maybe we win our final 3 games. But this is going to be the game. This is really the game of the season right now. I know we take on Penn State after this, but this game against Ohio State is very huge. As Nate Price, 3-star wide receiver, is a gem. So let's offer him a scholarship. Obviously now, since we lost those 2 games, a lot of the guys we had on our board decided to go somewhere else. That's what happens when you recruit, 4-star guys. You got bigger schools in there that are winning games and you're losing games. Even if you're throwing the hours into them, it's just not the thing. So I put a bunch of these guys on our board. Ty Durbin, 3-star right tackle. So we're going to really have to look at these 3-star guys that we honestly, we probably should have been looking at from the start. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we're trying to go a little bit too fast. You have a really good winning season last year. And you're thinking, okay, now we can move on. Maybe get a 4-star. I don't think we're at a 5-star yet. And, you're thinking about it. Because we got a few 4-stars last year. Dorian Breeze, obviously, one of the best recruits in the country. We bring him in. And you're hoping he can bring in more and more every year. But as you can see, it's not easy. They've made recruiting this year really difficult, which I absolutely love. So we're going to have to really... It's kind of like we've just gone backwards, I think, a little bit in recruiting. Last year, we know what we wanted to do, and we got the job done. The portal was really good. But this year, we've kind of taken a step back. So we're going to have to reevaluate some things going into year number 4. But this Ohio State team, Julian Sain, 24 touchdowns, only 1 pick on the season, putting up some obviously Heisman numbers. Jeremiah Parker's only averaging 3.8 a carry. They're not running the ball very well. So that might be something we have to, maybe we have an advantage. But this receiving core, Quincy Porter, 9 touchdowns. Amador's averaging 17.3 a catch. Jones is averaging 16.5 a catch with 8 touchdowns. This is going to be the main issue. Can we stop them in the pass game? Because I don't know if this is why we need to recruit corners. That's why we got 2 4-star corners coming in. It's really going to help out because this is what they do. This passing game of Ohio State is just fantastic. And this is the team you're going to have to get through in the Big Ten. I mean, this is the Big Ten, big dog right here. This is the team you have to get through year in, year out. You're probably going to see it at a Big Ten championship. I mean, I would say them and probably Oregon. So this is huge. On the road, at the Horseshoe. This is really our college football playoffs. Chances and hopes are on the line here today. And here we go. Julian Sain last week, 310, 2 touchdowns. Man, this Buckeye helmet's just, whether you like Ohio State or not, to me personally, one of the best helmets in college football. With the Buckeye stickers on there, it looks so good. It just looks so good. And just like that on a 3rd down, Julian Sain finds 29 yards for a first. Looking down the field, Sain, look at all the time he has. Underneath, just wide open, Jeremiah Parker makes a defender miss, and that's a first down. A couple plays down the field just like that, but we're going to have to get pressure on Sain. You can't let him sit back there. Parker, there you go. Nice stop there on 2nd and 2. Jaden Studio with a nice stop. 3rd and 3. Go to the run. We're all over it. That's what you want to see. That's what I'm saying. The run game is not very strong for this Ohio State team. It's just going to be the passing game. We might have to bring some really strategic blitzes. I don't know if I want to leave guys one-on-one either. But the kick is good. Ohio State will get on the board first. 3-0 lead. Let's see what this offense has against this Ohio State defense. Very good. Very good defense. They're not as good as Oregon, so that's giving me a little something. Oregon, the toughest defense we have faced the entire season. 3rd and 4, Washington looking, and there is nobody there on the left side. He'll take it himself, slide down, picks up the first. So obviously the game we just saw against Maryland, with Ben Washington in the run game, have to utilize that. 3rd and 4, look out up the middle, pressure there, but underneath to Nolan Ray, and Ray with the catch and a first down. So a very good solid drive here. Trying to answer right back, maybe with a score of our own. Here comes the blitz on 3rd down. Over the middle. That's going to be caught. Depends on the spot. They give it to us, and we got a first down. Big 3rd down conversion. 2nd and 13. Underneath. Caught. Harris stopped. Brings up a 3rd and 7. I mean, there's only 14 seconds left in this first quarter. 2 long drive by both offenses. 3rd and 7. Washington steps up, and Washington runs in for the touchdown. His 4th here in the last 2 games. In for the score. And we got a 7-3 lead over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Wow. Let's see what this defense can do now. 1st and 10. Sain back to throw down the seam. Caught down the middle. Broken tackles. And that is not good. Quincy Porter is gone, and just like that, Ohio State takes the lead. Wow. 75 yards, 10-7. As Ohio State gets the ball back here in this second quarter, over the middle. See, Julian Sain already has 151 yards through the air. Back to throw. We bring the blitz this time. Just can't get home. And that's going to be the problem. If you bring a blitz and you can't get home against this passing offense, you're going to be in some troubles. 3rd and 6. I mean, he's just sitting back there, doing whatever he wants to do. Couple broken tackles, and Quincy Porter's in for his 2nd touchdown. And Ohio State's going to build this lead up to a 17-7 lead. I mean, he's just sitting back there, no concern. And then when you can't tackle on the back end, absolutely no good. So 10-point lead for Ohio State as this offense. Honestly, we're going to have to score on every drive. From here on out, we cannot punt the ball. So I don't know if we're going to be able to stop him. Former Ohio State receiver, Mylan Graham with the grab. He's had a struggling last couple weeks. The drops have really been concerning. Outside, that's a nice grab from Harris for a first. He already has 5 catches here in this first half. But we are driving. Nolan Ray with a good run. He gets down, continues to carry defenders. He's down to the 2. Can we get this back to a 3-point ball game? Try to punch this one in. Back to Ray. He is in for the touchdown. So that is a great drive. That is a big answer, because that's one of those drives. If you don't do anything, you punt it back. Next thing you know, it's 24-7 in an instant. But we're staying in this game. 17-14. 4 minutes left here in this first half. We need to stop this Ohio State offense. Just don't know if we can do it, but we can! Carson Dane with the pick! Absolutely huge! Down to the 9. And now this is where we got to take advantage. You got to get a touchdown here. Big play from our defender. Go underneath the Lions. Lions, was he even down? That was weird. 2nd and goal to Nolan Ray, who hops over the line, in for the touchdown. And we're going to take the lead back. That is a great conversion on a big turnover. 21-17, 2:19 left here in this first half. This is oh wow, just wide open. I mean, Smiley Bradford, probably not the greatest. I mean, we got safeties, one-on-one receivers. That's probably not good. 2nd and 10. I mean, Sane just sitting back there, man, that was easy. Jones in for the touchdown. I mean, Julian Sane right now, he's going to have about 600 yards passing the way this game's going. Just no pressure. None at all. And when you bring those blitzes, like I said, it's just one-on-one. That's going to likely fall incomplete. It's one-on-one coverage. Oh, a fractured elbow in the previous play from Dorian Brees. He's done for the season. Wow. I honestly didn't even see him go out of the game. That's huge. Dorian Brees, our top freshman, having a pretty solid season, and he is done for the rest of the season. That is it. Wow. So we're trying to at least get some points here back. 40 seconds left, still have 2 timeouts. Washington's going to step up, take it himself. Slide down, don't take the hit. We can hurry this up, keep those 2 timeouts. We did use one of them after a first down play. 2nd and 6, though. Washington gonna go down for the sack. Got to use that last one here. Got to be careful here, though. Cannot take a sack. Oh, what the Lions? What are you doing? Right over his head. Should have been a touchdown, but we'll kick the field goal. It is up and is good. And we're going to tie this game here at 24, and that is going to bring us to halftime. 24 apiece. So, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, our offense is just really performing well, but you can see our defense. It's already allowed 257 yards of passing, a couple of touchdowns. They're averaging near 13 yards a play. So, our defense really has to step up, but our offense, the ball here to start, we have to score on almost every drive. But a 3rd and 7 to start underneath, and a nice catch there by Lions. Not an easy grab, but he comes up big there with a big first down. 2nd down and 9. Ben Washington looking back to throw. Sees that space, takes off. Washington slides down before taking that hit. Is just about to get absolutely laid out. First down. So far looking so good, but another 3rd down conversion needed here. Just a 4-man rush. Washington stepping up, looking, can't find anything. He's going to be brought down for the sack. And I don't see the position we're at. Instead of kicking a 53-yarder, we're going to go for it. 4th down and 8. This is not going to be easy. Firing. It's a tough grab for Graham. He can't bring it down. Looks like he's cold anyway. Incomplete. Turnover and downs, but our defense actually got a stop. So the ball is back in our hands here with 5:20 left in this third quarter. As Burhen with the catch and a first down. Washington throw. That is caught. Lions. And that's another first down. So the tight end's getting utilized here as our receivers so far just haven't really shown too much. Got a big first down there across midfield. Washington back to throw. Look at the coverage. I mean, just nobody open down the field. There's nobody. Blanket coverage. I mean, everybody's covered up. Not much we can do. Probably should have got rid of the ball there. So now it's a 3rd and 21. Just going down the field, one-on-one. Has the receiver for a second there, but can't get it there. Great play by Calhoun, the corner, to knock it away and forces a punt. 2 drives, 2-0 there at all. And here comes Ohio State. Man, that was just right over our hand. I thought we might have had that picked off, but game of inches. 1 minute left here in this third quarter. Sane down the seam, wide open, touchdown, Ohio State. Amador the second, just absolutely just running down there, wide open, no coverage. And Ohio State takes the lead here, 31-24. Still a one-possession game, though. Gonna have a really good drive here. Probably get into the fourth quarter. We're still in it. Look out. Look out. 3rd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Have to punt. Can't go for it in that position. All right, fourth quarter. 31-24. Can we get a run stop here on 3rd and 1? We cannot. Man, we were one defender away from possibly bringing him down. I thought that was going to be Carson Dean. But got blocked at the right moment in time there. As, oh, geez, what is going on? Can we tackle him? Somebody bring him down. Parker just running all over the place. Back to Parker they go. This time, Dean is all over it. Brings him down. Got to hold him to 3 here. This has to be a field goal. Sane on 2nd 11. Over the middle, caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nate Roberts puts it in. And now they take a 2-touchdown lead. So we worked on the corners recruiting. When it comes to this offseason, I think we really have to look at hitting the portal and looking for pass rushers. I think that's going to be the big key. We need to get heat on the quarterback. As that was down the field, had him for a second, incomplete. We got to go for this on 4th and 10. I really think we have no choice here. Stepping up, Washington. And they're going to say he did not get it. They're going to say he is short. I would challenge that. I think we got that. We're going to challenge the spot of the ball. I think we were over the line. We should have the first. And nope, we lose the challenge. I can't believe that. I think we had that for sure. So turnover on downs, and we lose a timeout. But if he goes up 3 scores here, probably not going to make much of a difference. And the ball off. Defenders just getting blown up. Nobody on the outside. Touchdown, Jeremiah Parker. And Ohio State's going to go up 3 scores. Well, when it looked like we just had a game, now it's up to 45-24. We're down 21. So just like that, we're pretty much getting blown out of here. Not good. So we're going to need an absolute miracle here with 5 minutes left. 3rd and 6. I mean, it's a 4-down territory, so it doesn't really matter. But over the middle, there's Graham with a nice grab, actually. He doesn't really have too many catches in traffic. I mean, he just seems to drop the ball left and right. Washington steps up. Well, it doesn't slide down. Trying to slide down, but animation gets to him before that. There's just nobody there. Washington's going to take it himself. Nice block. Gets in for the rushing touchdown. Okay, well, back down to 14, but have to start onside kicking here. Let's see if we can maybe get some luck. Nope. Recovered by Ohio State. So now they're just about even in field goal range. So with 3 minutes left, touchdown just does this here. I don't know why Julian Saint is keeping the ball. The ball is loose. We're going to recover the ball, and we're going to take this back for a touchdown. It is now a one-possession game. What is Julian Saint doing with 3 minutes left, keeping the ball? Wow. So with 2:52 left, we have the decision. Do we kick the ball off? You know what? I'm going to onside kick it. I'm just going to give us a chance. I feel like we're not going to be able to stop them. I understand we just got a turnover, but this is going to be recovered by Ohio State. Maybe that's a wrong decision. Probably maybe should have kicked it off. I don't know. It's not easy, but their offense has just been destroying us this entire game, and they put up 45. I mean, Saints throwing for 406. I don't know. I mean, we just got to hope that we get another fumble. I'm not sure. Hand the ball off on 3rd and 8 up the middle to the up back. Look like tight end, and it's going to be stopped short. So they're going to bring out the field goal unit here. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's a 10-point game. A little over a minute left. Washington underneath. That's going to be caught. I'm going to say get out of bounds, but, look like you're going out of bounds. Spin 2 defenders out. Get some extra yardage. Clock's going to stop regardless, so we got to hurry this up here. We have no more timeouts, obviously. Washington looking. Has his receiver Harris again. That's a catch. Clock will stop once again. 30 seconds left. Washington floats it. Got it. Harris, touchdown. All right. Well, we're not giving up. It's going to come down to an onside kick once again. 48-44. Now 48-45 for the extra point. Comes down to this. Can we get a miracle? Can we get this onside kick recovery? Our 3rd time's a charm maybe for us? And it's not going to be recovered. Ohio State is going to recover the 3rd onside kick. And they'll just kneel this one out, and that will do it. 48-45 is your final. Hey, we made a valiant comeback there at the end. Did our best, but Julian Saint, 406 yards, 5 touchdowns. He just looked comfortable back there. He really did. Ben Washington, I think, played well. 306 and a touchdown. He also rushed for 124 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. As Ben Washington's really starting to look very good. He's looking like a very solid quarterback. Harris 10 for 123. It's just defensively, when we play these type of teams, it's going to be tough. We don't have much of a pass rush. Our corners, we're not very good. It's all about defense right now. I mean, our offense is just starting to put up solid numbers. Like I said, Ben Washington's starting to play well, but defensively, I mean, that's going to be the real issue. Dorian Breeze was looking good, and now he's out for the season. I mean, Seabrooks has been very quiet after coming back this year. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, he just hasn't really shown much. But we just have to hit the portal. I mean, we're going to have to. That's really what it's going to be. Unless we can find a gem here of a pass rusher that we can bring in possibly through recruiting. But other than that, I mean, we need up front. I mean, you see how teams dominate in football. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, why do they dominate so much in the NFL? Their front four is ridiculous. We need a front four that's worthy to take on, an offensive line like Ohio State or like Penn State or like Oregon, where we can, it plays to our advantage. We can dominate. We're working on the secondary, but we got to work on that defensive line because right now, it's one thing you're taking on Maryland or somebody like that, but when you're taking Ohio State and you're going to take on teams that you want to, compete for a national championship, it's not working out. Miami loses to Louisville, so they drop down to 7. Penn State just lost to Oregon, so that is who we will take on next. Florida loses to Georgia. I mean, you lose to the number 3 team in the country, drop 10 spots. That's a little rough. I don't know about that. Oregon, obviously, now up to 15. We drop down to number 19. Surprised we're not out of the rankings yet. Very surprised. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we got Penn State at home. Final 3 games at home. Penn State, Michigan State, Indiana. I mean, Indiana's 4-5. Like I said, we have yet to beat them in this dynasty. Penn State, we played a really good game against them last year at Happy Valley. Just came up short. Maybe this is our time. I don't know. Maybe we get a big win against Penn State, but we'll see. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Another episode will be coming out this week for sure. But we'll see. See if we can get a big win against Penn State, turn this thing around. But that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.